Get to see me. Oh, I might do the whole. I need to. I breathe in. Oh, it looks better on
Let
me.
me just put my cushion on my.
There we are. Hey! There we are. So what did you call it? Was it a little bit more? Wow! Great first start of this. So, welcome to a little bit more of Scoutadelic. So I am still with my 37th co-host.
That's a lot.
It feels it definitely does. And we're going to be discussing the theme of this month, which was good deeds. So you've been a club leader, well you're currently club leader.
Yeah.
I'm an ex-club leader, as I used to have a club pack and now I don't no longer do that anymore. The reason why behind obviously good deeds is that's part of the club promise, is doing a good deed every day.
Yeah, doing a good turn.
Good, yes, yeah, good turn. So I think the main question that we need to discuss is, so what do we think a good deed is?
That's a hard one.
It is. Well, we were discussing this. It's kind of, well, I think it's doing something that you wouldn't normally do.
Okay, so a lot of them are like, oh, I've held the door up for you, that's a good deed. Where I don't, like you say, it's something that's something I do all the time, so for me, that wouldn't be a good.
Yeah, but I think that's a good deed because although you do it all the time, it's something that you could walk away. You could quite happily keep on walking on your day, but you're stopping.
Choosing.
Yeah, you're giving up some of your time, although it's only a moment, to open someone's door. So I would count that as a good deed, I think. For me, it's like getting friends of mine at work a drink. I think that would be a good deed, maybe.
Yeah, because you're going above and beyond.
Yeah, so again, the same thing with you.
Yeah.
You know, if you're opening the door, that's.
But for me, that's just like second nature. So for me, as counting good deed, I'd have to go. I personally feel I'd have to do a little bit more than
Okay.
holding a door for somebody for it to be classed as my scouting good deed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because, I don't know. Yeah, that's just what I've been brought up to hold the door open for somebody that's got the hands full. Or
Yeah,
the
but
next
then,
person,
so how
or-
do you do a little bit more than opening up a door?
Well, it don't have to be to do with the door, does it? It could be anything.
Well, yeah,
But,
okay.
You know, do it.
Taking your coat off and making sure that you don't obviously go over puddles or anything like that.
Well, making the coat will get a bit.
Yeah, well, you know, that's going above and beyond there.
No, I don't know. I suppose it depends on the situation.
Yeah, but if a cub, right, so if you gave a cub a sheet and said, right, do a different good deed every day, there's a guy, Luke, I can't remember his surname, he did the good deed diary, and he did a good deed every day. I'm sure for a fact he must have opened someone's door, or, you know, he did random things. He put like sort of lottery tickets on inside certain things, and I think shopping, there was like envelopes in supermarkets and it had money in so people could actually go and buy something and do. He did that sort of thing. So he did 365 days of doing that.
Wow.
So, but then we tell our cubs
To do it every day.
yeah. So what would a cub good deed be then? What would you expect your cubs to do? If you were giving them do a good deed every day? Opening doors? Doing drinks?
Yeah, they could make me a cup of tea. That'd be quite nice. Give me.
Do they not make you cups of teas at the moment?
No, not at the moment.
Really?
No.
Gotta
It's
get them under the
usually
thumb.
on the home help badge, and they're like, right, we're going to make a cup of tea, and show me how you use the kettle, show me that you're safe in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And they're like, made a cup of tea. I don't like tea. Do you want it? Well, I'm not going to say no, but it wasn't intentionally for me.
Right, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't class that as a good deed.
No.
That's kind of like it's like getting a Christmas present and going,
Do you want it?
do you want it? Because I really don't like it at all. It's awful. My God. So I don't like tea. Well, I've known cubs actually have coffee And I'm like,
Whoa, no.
when I was a kid...
I always have, if they have a cup of tea on camp, it's decaf.
Oh.
Do we have decaf tea for the children?
That's a good thing. I don't know if I did, actually. Maybe that's why mine were always hyper.
That's why yours was like, at 2 o'clock
do you want a
in
cup
the morning?
Yeah, there we are. Exactly.
And mine go to bed about 11 o'clock.
Ooh, I'm saying nothing about bedtimes because I was like, I think I lied to them at one point. I think I it's a white lie, but I'm sure that it was about midnight. I was like, no, it's 11 o'clock. Come on, let's go to bed. Don't look at your clocks. Just don't look at your clocks.
So now that's not a very scouting good deed, is it?
It isn't, but we were running late and we had lots of things to do, and that's my excuse.
But go on camp, then you get that experience.
Yes, yeah, there is that thing of
what happens on camp.
Yeah, unless it's a good deed, and then they can do it. So what was your last good deed? So if you're saying that opening your door and everything else is kind of second nature, what was your last good deed?
That's tough.
I know, right? I try.
I don't know because.
While you're thinking of it, I'm like, she's going to ask me now, so I'm going to have to think.
No, because like you say, like a good deed to one person could be a totally different good deed to another person.
Very
as well.
true.
I suppose if you make somebody, I see a good deed, like, going a bit beyond what socially acceptable, and you make that person smile, or you make a slight impact on their day, then surely.
Yeah, but I do that because obviously with my work colleagues, I try to make them happy. I do silly things or say silly things to make people laugh for that one reason, to make them at least have a smile on their face for one day of the year. That's it. Yeah. After that, I'm like really mean to them, but that one day is theirs. I'm trying to think what I would do in a good deed situation. I think I've done before. I've given homeless people. When they actually ask for money for a drink, I've actually gone and actually got a drink for them. And I remember one time I went in and this guy wanted a tea. So I went into this sort of coffee shop and ordered the tea, and they were like, "So how strong do you want it?" This and I was like, "I have no idea. I'm buying it for the guy, the homeless guy outside." And they gave me a muffin for him. Because obviously I think they have to sell them after a certain amount of time in the day, so they gave me a muffin and everything else. So I was great. I was like, "Yeah, look what I got you. I also got you a muffin as well."
I've helped somebody that was lost.
Oh really?
Yeah, somebody.
Did you use Google Maps?
Not on this instant. It has been so when people ask me and they're not from around here where to go, then majority of the time I can vaguely say yes.
Okay, right.
Okay, yeah, I can get you there. But I got asked not that long ago where to get somewhere, and I was like, I do not know. I'm not from here.
Really?
I literally just walked off the train.
Wow.
That direction, I guess.
Go in there. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
It's like, if you want me to, I can get Google Maps up and just like, oh no, it's fine. I'll find it. But I asked. Went to the theatre into Nottingham.
Yeah.
I do not know Nottingham at all.
Right.
Went with my friend. This woman in the car park asked us how to get to the theatre. I was like, oh well, we're going there. You can walk with us, but she was adamant that she didn't want to walk with us. Maybe she didn't trust us.
Well,
so we sent her
dodgy.
Sent her in the vague direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to help people.
Okay.
If I see like somebody struggling, if like an old lady struggling, you go and help them with their bags.
You do, but then I don't know.
Nobody's helped me. I've been in town before, and my paper bag was broke, and everything's gone everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm just stood there like.
I think
I don't find people helping as much in public.
I think because I watched Darren Brown did a thing of in a situation like there's a crowded area, you automatically assume someone else is going to step to the plate. So they had, I think he had an experiment, and it was this one guy, and he was trying to put up a tent. And we all know what trying to put up a tent on your own is like. It's
hard.
Yeah. So he's trying to demonstrate, and he's got 10 people. Obviously, most of them are actors who are not going to help, and then this one normal person off the street who doesn't have an idea. And it took them about like sort of 4 or 5 minutes to actually offer to help this guy out. They reduced the number to only like a small number, and within less than a minute that person actually said, would you like to help? It's because you automatically assume, because there's a lot of people around you, oh well, someone else is going to do that. And I think that's, I don't know whether there's that like little level, and I'm a scout, but there have been times where I've seen someone in a situation, and I'm like, oh, well, I need to get...
Is it socially acceptable, or have I got the time?
I think that's it. It's the time of, well, I need to get the work, or I need to do this. And sometimes I'm like, I weigh it out in my head, and I'm like, I feel really bad sometimes if I don't. And then other times I'm like, right, I'm going to do it. And I help out. And then sometimes you don't get a nice reaction from some people.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all those different things, and I'm like, but I'm a scout. I should automatically help this person. Yeah. So that's my dilemma of sometimes good deeds. It's like I'm late for work. I need to get to work. But yeah, I today before I came here, I was in the train station and a woman asked me a question. She said, could I fill in a survey? And I was like, how long is it going to be? She was like, oh, it's only going to be 5 or 10 minutes. I was an hour before my train. So it wasn't like I was rushing. I said to her, no, I need to get my train. And then I walked away and I was like, why have I just done that? It's my automatic response of, no, I ain't got time. I walked all the way back and I filled in a survey. Now, that isn't a good deed, but I think I've done something good there, because, I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose you went back.
I did, and I helped her. And then because of I stopped, then she got other people. But then she offered other people seats, not me. I had a huge bag on, and my suitcase, and I'm crouching on the floor trying to write this, and then she was telling all the people, she was like, these are really comfy seats. Yeah, sure, yeah, thanks for that. Yeah. So, but, yeah, I think, I don't know, good deeds is
it's very broad.
It is, and it's interesting. So, maybe, what do you think? You know, you watching, if you are watching, what's a good deed that you've done, or how would you?
Yeah, how small or how big would you?
Because
a good deed.
Alex on Missionogi, she says like volunteering is a good deed, and now
I do a lot of that.
Well, we both, that's it. We both do a lot with scouting,
yeah.
But I would never class that as a good deed,
it's
because
just something I do. It's a choice, a life choice I've made. I've been brought up through Scouts. I've chose at the age of 14 to become a young leader in Coops. I've stayed there.
Yeah.
I've recently gone and now become an Explorer leader on top, and
yeah,
I do a lot with large...
Because look, I think you were saying, you know, like it's second nature to open the door, but it's second nature now for us to do scouting. But that's a good deed.
Yeah, but yeah.
So maybe you do a lot more good deeds than you think. Maybe we all do. Yeah. Thanks for watching a little bit more. Thanks to our patrons for obviously sponsoring this. If you've liked it, then like it and comment below. Otherwise, subscribe. Cheers.